Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max March out with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cash. So many couches I cried. Shout out South Street and shout classy. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. On third down, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
39-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And able to find Graham. Complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. 14 yards into Chicago first down. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And it's third down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The ball carrier. Zadarius Smith on the stop. It's a pick.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
At the 12-yard line.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Kenny Clark in on the stop.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Packers 3, Bears nothing.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
It's a gain of 4.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And able to find Dorsett. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 11 now. Working from the gun. Rodgers got a man. It's Tanyan complete. 30. 10. For touchdown. Packers. Robert Tanyan. 77 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From the 27, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. That is caught by Cohen. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Robinson's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, it's Trubisky. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on third down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears.
Field goal, a 29-yard attempt.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And how about this? It's complete. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Lining up for the extra point.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
The kick is
and he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Packers 10, Bears 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking here for Smith downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Give him 32 on the play.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays. And now they've got their backs to the...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Jimmy Graham.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First down, Bears.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The tackle made.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Packers add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
First down, Chicago.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down.
Trubisky,
but they'll get it back.
Intended for Tariq.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete. It's Miller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears.
Touchdown.
Allen Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
58 to Mike. 58. 88. 88. 4 together. 58 to Mike. 58.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he's got his man, Hilton. Touchdown, Packers! T.Y. Hilton. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in contract time.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Derek Rivers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them. 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. And able to find Graham. Complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Jones. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. This is taken at the 15. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side.